What's happening? The question it's your boy B Hot Radio. Shout in, stepping in the building. I got an A-Town legend and icon off in this thing. The East Side Chevy Rider. Big Block, what's good with it, boss?
Playboy, how you doing, man?
Man, feeling good, feeling great in this thing, Block.
Absolutely. What's up with you, baby?
We rebuilding hip hop block by block.
Absolutely.
More again. What's going on with this, sir?
Hey, man, just trying to, like redefine the culture.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like of the city.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, with all the BS going on, we kind of get lost in the sauce of really what Atlanta's about, ATL about.
Yeah.
And my nigga, we just can't, lose the city.
Exactly.
So we can't lose the city.
I mean, how do you feel about the city though right now though, Block, and having to bring it back? I mean, with the devastating loss of young Scooter.
Man, first thing first,
Come
man.
on.
Man, thug in peace, jug in peace to my brother Scooter. I had Scooter since he was 14.
Oh my God.
Kurt Woods on. You know what I'm saying? Man, thug in peace, my homie. Rest in peace,
Talk to me
dog.
about that though, Block. Meeting a young Scooter at 14, man. What was that like running across that young man and working with him?
He was a superstar.
Yeah.
Scooter always been a star. And honestly, man, Scooter, around Zone 6, Zone 6 from Edgewood to Kirkwood and even toward Decatur, a lot of us really didn't get along, but Scooter kind of was the glue. Scooter kind of merged all of us together to a conversational piece. Now we all good.
Yeah.
But I most definitely saw Scooter bring a lot of people together.
Yeah.
Except for different zones. Scooter was one of the few people that could go in any damn hood and be welcome. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, you see me on the west side, I look out of place. You know what I mean? East side, come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but Scooter really kind of brought the city together, man, and we saw that at the funeral, man, and we see it just about people showing the love, dog.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? He most definitely would be missed, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Now, when you talk about this Atlanta that we got right now, though, Block, I mean, how do you feel about the landscape of it, and what is it that you want to bring back to it, sir?
Well, when I first did Boyz in the Hood, dog, I just wanted one group. When I first got into the music business, I just really wanted to do one group, and that was Boyz in the Hood to represent our hoods. You know what I'm saying? Because, coming from L.A., because I was raised in L.A. as well, because my pop's from L.A., my mom from McCatterville. Yeah. So, just by coming back to Atlanta and really, seeing how Atlanta was back in them days, I was 16, 17 years old. Yeah. And so I wanted to build something that I say, you know what, this Atlanta. Because, before Block of the Table, before even Oak, before who else? It was JoJo and Dave with the Hard Boys. Yeah. And them boys really represented the East Side, the Hard Boys. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I knew JoJo and Dave from the Hustlers, from the streets. Yeah. And I just really wanted to be kind of like an addition to keep keep it moving. So when it comes to the streets. Yeah. When I first created Block Entertainment and I wanted a group called Boyz in the Hood, I wanted some street shit. Because crunk music was cool. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I just didn't want niggas jump all on my Air Forces when I'm in the club. So, so I just wanted to create a lane that I knew about. And that was trap music.
Take me back to your young days though, listening to the Hard Boys. Yeah. What kind of impact did they have on you back then?
Man, they was out CNN. They talk about what we went through. Yeah. All their songs would talk. It was like I could relate to it. Yeah. And that's what I like about music. I think a lot of people, when they make music, it's all about how they feel about it and how they relate to it. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And, they related. I mean, they were going through the same shit I was going through. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
With that. Now, I mean, when it comes to Block ENT, you got Show Enough before that with a young Jody Breeze at the time, man. What was it about a young Jody Breeze that you saw with him that knew that he was going to go all the way up through there?
Once again, when I came for Suave House at that time, I run a Suave House, and I had Rick Ross with that Suave House.
My God!
And when I came back to Atlanta with Noonan, because I was in Houston for a couple of years with Tony Draper. Yeah, man, one love to Tony Draper, man. That guy taught me damn near most everything I knew about coming from the streets and turning this shit more positive to the building a business. So I get out T. Draper, Greg Street, and Ryan Glover.
Come on.
Them guys most definitely had bricks into my platform.
That's right.
Noonan called me one day, man, and I was running Noontime as in on the, like the rap side. Mm-hmm. And I just got through finishing doing Sierra album, and I was like, man, I want to do something with Jody Breeze. You know what I'm saying? And I just really wanted to this is not me. I didn't get in the music business from the R&B shit, but but I had to crawl before I walked, and I understood that.
Yeah.
So I had to put in some work. Yeah. But now I'm thankful because I learned how to make records, and I learned how to really produce a record just because of Noontime.
Exactly.
Noontime produced everybody's music back then in the 90s.
Come on.
And so Noonie called me one day and said, "Hey, Block, I heard this kid freestyling while I was driving through Macon." I let him go see him. So we drove down to Griffin. I met his mom. I walked to his house. I said, "Man, this kid is a superstar."
Yeah.
I mean, Jody's still one of my favorite rappers. Yeah. One of my favorite people. My brother for life.
Yeah.
I mean, the dude's incredible. And hey. But y'all be looking out, man. You never believe me.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing.
Believe me, coming back.
Yeah.
Coming back, man. The block is back, baby.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? The block is back.
Take me to them Suave House days, though, Block. I mean, with a young Rick Ross running around there with T. Draper. First of all, how did you find yourself in H-Town getting down with the Suave House?
Grand Street. Man, Grand Street. Once again, honestly, man, I was in the parking lot with Jazzy T's. I was serving the nigga. And the nigga wasn't there yet, so I said, man, let me go look at some pussy right quick. So I walked in the Jazzy T's, and as I was walking to Jazzy T's, I saw Grand Street doing a live remote with Ball and G.
Oh,
so
man.
Street called me up and said, "Hey, man, we was over here laughing because you and T. Draper kind of favorite."
Yeah.
I was okay. So then I asked Street, I said, "Hey, man, how real is it to really get into the music business?" And he was like, I'll get my number.
Yeah.
He gave me his number, and I called him a couple of times. We found a link, man, and so he saw what I was doing. I had Big Gee at the time out of McCannville.
What up, though,
Big Gee, the edge hanger.
Yeah.
I had Big Gee, so Street came in with me, started investing with me with Big Gee.
Yeah.
And we just took it from there, and Draper moved to Atlanta for a minute. And that's how I got over there at Suave House. So I ran Suave House for like 3-4 years.
I mean, with the likes of Ball and G.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? What was it like working with them Tila early on, man, and Rick Ross?
Well, you know how me and Jazz got together because we did Show Enough together.
Talk to me.
Hoes in the club, Show Enough.
Enough.
So that's how we named our company Show Enough.
Ah!
You know what I'm saying?
Come on, Block.
Yeah. So
that's crazy.
Yeah. So I brought Jazz, and somehow Jazz got on the boat.
Yeah.
And got introduced to Noonie. Noonie started managing with the corporate people.
Yeah.
I was too gangster. You know what I'm saying? And I would manage them through the streets. You know what I'm saying? So whenever you need a record back then, that's how I got Jeezy, because me, Shit Mel, wanted a record for Jeezy. Jeezy came down. I was doing Boyz and Hood with Trick Daddy. Yeah. And that's how I got Jeezy in the group.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Okay, Block. I need to ask you this, though, man. From Block Entertainment.
Yeah.
What was your favorite record that you put out that you felt like just really touched your heart that you kept on repeat?
Damn, that's a good one.
And if you need to do 2 or 3, that's fine too.
Well, like Big Gee was one of my favorite artists.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, like, this guy, I don't still think, respectfully, it's hard to beat that guy.
Yeah.
Once Upon a Time, in ATL Zone 3, one of my favorite records for Big Gee. Them Boys was special because, I kind of, I was telling Jody, I was saying, when you do a hook, make the people feel like it's them talking. And that's how them Boys came about when he was Zach. And it's another record with Big Gee. Man, I got so many.
Yeah.
Called, with him and Scarface, called Happy Jams. Boyz Hood first record.
Okay then. Yeah. Okay, talk to me about just the movement and the synergy between you and all of the fellas at Block ENT when you put that together, man. I mean, how did you feel when you got your show on the road after being playing the background and all of that stuff? You said, it's my time in this thing.
Well, you mean as in the block by block now, or just generally speaking?
Back then, and then we gonna bring it to now.
Okay, honestly, bro, like I said, I only want to get in the music business to do one album.
What?
That was Boyz in the Hood. That's all I really wanted to do. But I'm a hustler. I just took advantage of the opportunity. I like, this shit too
money
sweet.
good.
This shit too sweet.
Come on.
I was like, man, damn, y'all don't got to worry about nobody kicking the door. Your right hand man shoot you in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Niggas taking right like, shit. It's just too sweet. So, you know what I'm saying? So I just took advantage of it. And I was like, man, then, but the long run, like just being around Tupac and being around the Outlaws and being around the earlier part of when I was like just on the sideline with Pac and his family.
Yeah.
You know, one of the set.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're Tupac's sisters. That's my daughter's godmom.
Yeah.
But just by them letting me come around the family and just peep what Pop was going through, what they was going through, the whole Shakur family was going through, and it kind of helped me craft what I was doing. Because at first, you got to think, I was on the sideline, and I wasn't like, you know how they say it take a 10-year project. What they say it's
10 years to be an overnight success. Yeah, 10 years.
Like I was blessed, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was really blessed to be in position to be able to still carve out Block Entertainment from the sidelines. I used to damn. When in my time. But I was in position though. I was around the Suave houses.
Come on.
I was around the Tupacs. I was around the Noon Times. I was around success in the making. And I made a whole bunch of success through others.
Exactly.
And I'm a street nigga, man. And I know people say it all the time, but dog, I ain't have my own literally, I ain't have my own bed till I went to prison.
My God.
That's how I was. It's kind of like just coming up through what I was going through. Yeah. Nigga, I didn't have shit.
Yeah.
So I said that to say to everybody out there, man, don't, just because you ain't got nothing now, just put God first, Allah first, and just keep on grinding, man. Just keep on grinding, because, boy, I came from shit. I came from nothing.
Come on.
So going back to what you asked me, like, you know, the synergy and how Block and Table built and all that, I think I'm favored. You know what I'm saying? And I know I'm favored.
Okay, then.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give all praise to Allah. So I'm favored in a way where now I really appreciate, you know what I'm saying, where I'm at in life. So going back to that part, man, I really appreciate everybody that helped me build Block ENT, because a lot of people came. A lot of people, you know, sees it for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And but now, shit, we here. We back. We ain't going nowhere.
Exactly. When you speak of a young Tupac, though, back in those times, being around that legendary movement, man, what was it like seeing that stuff? Did you know that you was around something that was about to be legendary, and we'd be talking about that 30 years later as well?
Well, I mean, just about how they work. And you know, Pac mama the one got me my first deal with Jody.
See there?
See, what happened, you know, once Pop passed, I called her, checking up on her, because I was still around the family. Yeah. And one day I called her, check up on her. She was like, hey, baby, you still in the music business? I said, yeah. You know, I'm still out here, you know, swinging. Still swinging.
Exactly.
She was like, hold on, let me call a friend right quick. Yeah. And the friend was Ton Wally. What? Ton Wally was the president of Warner Brothers, which now Ton Wally is over Tupac's estate.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so, you know, she called Tom. Tom flew us out, you know, flew me, Noonan, Jazz out. Yeah. Jody he didn't meet Jody 8 months later. Yeah. You know, gave us $1 million deal just through relationship with Pop Mama.
My God.
And you know what I'm saying? Alhamdulillah. So after that, man, it was, I learned then it's about relationships. Yeah. And that's what I focus on. That's why I'm around 25 years later.
I feel that. Answer me this though, Block. Coming from nothing to seeing them M's, man. Yeah. What did that do to your mind, sir?
Once again, I was humble because I'm Muslim. So, you know, I've been Muslim. I'm 14. Okay. You know, did 4.5 years penitentiary, ups and downs. Yeah. I was more appreciative than anything. Okay. You know, you most definitely gotta have a higher power around you when you get success. Yeah. Or you'll lose it all. Yeah. And I see people lose it all. Ooh. I'm still blessed. I'm still on Lake Lanier, baby. Yeah. Thank God. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But nah, it was a blessing to me, man. And I'm very humble and thankful about it.
What do you think it is that causes folks to lose it all though, man?
Sometimes you ain't used to it.
Yeah.
And sometimes the favor just may not be in you. And sometimes he give you just that ecstasy. Sometimes I think we all get that rope. Yeah. Be just long enough to hang yourself. Yeah. Or long enough to swing your ass about the bullshit you yourself into. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you gotta know how to do it, man. You gotta be once again, man, you gotta really count and appreciate every blessing you get, man. And understand that. And a lot of people think this shit forever.
Exactly.
It's nothing forever.
Seeing Diddy going through his trial right now, man. I mean, what goes through your mind when you see this stuff going on, Block?
Like a lot of people, man, they said, Block, I know you been in them goddamn parties. Nah, you don't know Block, because Block don't party. Like, I did all my partying with, like, trying to break records. Like, when I was around here with Dread Street, going around the club, all across you plenty of time, just shit, trying to build shit. Like, but I never saw none of that. You know what I'm saying? Plus I want to win for it anyway, but I never saw none of that, man. Like, plus it was more me and Kim was cool than me and Puff. I never too much, like, I haven't talked to Puff since Kim funeral. Like,
oh my God.
So that was years anyway. I ain't talked to Puff in fucking 6-7 years.
Yeah.
Once Kim passed. But, but Hard PL, that was bad, boy. Like Puff, me and Hard talk every day. We still talk. But man, it's crazy, man. But no, to bring a giant down like that, you got to, boy, you got to be careful. They can bring Puff down, boy, we just a flick away, nigga. Shit, they can bring P. Diddy down, boy. Shit, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
But once again, all of us, you got to throw out the right seeds when you build them, man, because you most definitely gonna see them same people coming down. You see them up. You know what I'm saying?
How do you feel when they try to link him to Tupac death now? Like before I went over there, right? Yeah. I called Pop Mom. I talked to the Outlaws. And one outlaw, they want me to fuck with it, but everybody else, gave him their blessing. His mama told me, listen, Pop wants you to feed your family. Yeah. If that's the way, feed your family, that's the way. I had too much to get into that part of it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I was fresh, I was new. And I was, like I said, I was family. I would look at myself as family with them. I don't look at myself as music. I never looked at myself like that when I hung with them. So, but yeah, I see it, and Lord knows. I feel you. I feel you. Yeah. Now, today though, man, building hip hop back block by block. Is it a strenuous task, Block, to build this thing back block by block?
Now, every time I see people, man, at Block, we need you. Like, hey, man, you got to think it was people coming to the city, side of people outside the city. They really, even niggas in the city was going outside the city. Yeah. Me, I kind of put niggas that was in here. So that's why my first one, the Block by Block campaign, and the first talent and search gonna be in Atlanta. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Me and Patchwork we're gonna do it with that Patchwork. Okay, then. Me and Kurt, we doing that one first. What up, though, Kurt? Yeah. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna do it with that first, then we take it on the road. Mm-hmm. Like YouTube is a partner. They want to take it to different cities, countries. Ooh. But I want to, the Block by Block gonna be untapped market. So if anybody from a town where hip hop don't live, what I mean by that is if you don't see, B-High walking down the street, you don't see Block walking down the street, you don't see what hip hop at, man, DM me, call me, email me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm coming to them type cities. I'm coming to Seattle. Yeah. I'm coming to Idaho. I'm coming to different cities, man, where hip hop don't live. And I think that's how we lasted this long, by just different flavors.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
When we look at hip hop across the board, though, Block, we done lost so many folks in the game, man, especially in Atlanta as well. Yeah. How do you feel about that right there, man, and the deaths that we get?
Scary, man. And I'm up there. Yeah. I've been grinding for a long time. Yeah. We just gotta take care of ourselves too, man. You know what I'm saying? Like health wise.
Because I just remember you and Rico Wade chopping it up at that Falcons game backstage. Right? Yeah, I was there. Come on, man, and that's my blood cousin. My God, you know what I'm saying? But man, it's crazy. I got the call like you did. I'm like, damn, I just talked to this man the other day. He have no clue. Like school, I was on the phone with school an hour before he passed. Are you serious?
I was like, damn, because his son rap. Yeah. So he was sending me all this son music, like, Block, I'm telling you, need to sign my son. He tits out hard to me. Yeah. I'm like, damn, I get the call. I'm like, damn, man. Count up.
mental health throughout it all, though, Block, because, you know, dealing with the stuff in the streets, that's enough, too. But then you add the industry to it at the same time. Then having a public relationship and getting some Real Housewives drama at the same time. Talk to me about that. Your mind, Block. You feel me?
Boy, you know I know. Shit. Hey, man, once again, man, you know, I thank God that I found who I believe in. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's the law. And that's where I go to, man. You know, I go back to that. And I pray. I pray 5 times a day. Every chance I get. You know. And then furthermore, like, I read a lot and I go back in time and watching the Martin Luther King speeches, the MLK King speeches, the Malcolm X speeches, the Khalid Muhammad speeches. I go back and let them, their words, and that mentors me as well. So, nah, you got to be full of it, man. You can't be, man, you got to be, man, you got to be focused, man.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You got to be solid based.
I'm with you.
You know what I'm saying?
What advice do you got for anybody that's going to run across Block while you out here rebuilding hip-hop in this thing, man? How do they need to get ready for you when you touch down in their city and their town?
Hey, right now, man, listen, if y'all trying to get into the music business, the fairway, you know, we hear it all, but the fairway, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing partnerships, like not only I'm doing, like, artists, like, I'm even mentors, and I'm consulting label heads. You know, movies. I just got to the movies and TV shows.
Okay, then.
I'm doing one of them right now as we speak. I'm doing everything, man. When y'all see me, man, or if y'all try to get blocked there will be an email. And it will, hey, man, listen, this ain't just block, man. It's a whole team doing this block by block. You know what I'm saying? Talent unlocked. Believe me, just all y'all gotta do, DM me or just email me. Believe me, the team will be right on you.
At the same time, though, Block, you know, me and Hot Boy Turk, we got into it with Jody in this thing about trying to get a Boyz in the Hood reunion going on, man. I mean, for us fans out there, Block, can you pull those guys back together?
Oh, man. You know what? They broke up because, hey, you know what, man, my Boyz in the Hood? They fucked up a lot of my money, man.
Damn, boys!
You know what I'm saying? But, we gonna put it off, man. G's already told me he'll do it. You know, Joe, the little brother, he'll.
Wait a minute, so G's done already signed up for it. We can't get Jody to come in. Jody! Jody come in, man. That's my little brother. You know what I'm saying? You know, the youngster of the group, man. Yeah, the young gunner.
Smart though. Smart ass little nigga now.
As a whip.
Smart now.
Come on.
We'll talk him to it.
Okay, now I'm with that. I'm with that.
We'll talk him to it.
So now also I gotta just ask you about just different things in the industry as well. How do you feel about this whole streaming stuff and the way the game is moving in that direction now?
You know, I was you know, me and Dr. Dre, we got an artist together. His name's Smitty. He a writer though. He's an artist too. Smitty write a lot of records. And he wrote a lot of Grammy Award winning shit, and he hate the streaming. He was like, Block, when I write, you know, we gotta charge nigga because it's like the streaming don't that's not publishing. So it's kinda like, you know, you gotta just hustle another way, I say. Like, you gotta like do more syncing. Movie, TV shows syncing. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand that part of the business too. So it's just another way to get some more money. Really, you gotta just outthink that. Outthink just the stream. You gotta work a little bit harder, you know what I'm saying? But this game a hustle, so you know what I'm saying? You just gotta figure out where the money at. And then perform that way.
How did you and Dr. Dre link back up, man?
Well, you know, once again, you know, one love my boy TR. You know, Dr. Dre one of the Boyz in the Hood back in the day. And he was doing a Marsha Bros's album.
I talked to Marsha about that. So
I was part of that. And
hell no! What you were doing with the Marsha Ambrosius album? What's going on?
Hey man, I'm part of that.
So you not only rebuilding hip hop, but R&B too.
I'm doing pop too, whatever. Remember, you got to hustle. Where was that? You know,
I'm with you.
Yeah, so I was part of that, and you know, just being around, and then we hooked up, and then Smitty was one of the writers over there that I had in Face Mob.
Okay,
you know, me and Scarface had Face Mob too.
That's right.
So so Smitty was one of the new artists that was going to be his Face Mob back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, linked that way. So we try to make Smitty to another artist, but Smith just want to write.
Yeah. I mean, seeing Dr. Dre cook up in the studio and stuff like that, man. What is it like working closely with him?
Hey man, he gonna make you do a verse 30 times till it's right.
Come on.
I mean that boy, that nigga perfectionist. You know what I'm saying? He gonna make you do it over and over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you just gotta be ready.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta be ready.
Scarface, Space Mob, man. Break down that to me because I ain't know nothing about that block. You like to pop up stuff on this.
Yeah. You know, like Face, you know, Scarface lived in Atlanta for a minute.
Yeah.
And I met Face when he was doing the thing with Pop was doing Smile.
Yeah.
And we just kept the relationship going once Pop passed. And,
exactly.
You know, kept on moving. And then he was like, hey man, I'm doing this new Face Bomb. You know, let's get at it. Yeah. So we got at it. You know what I mean?
So, is it safe to say that we ain't gonna get no more reality TV out of Block anymore?
I'm not doing it. They just think, honestly, man, I just supposed to do that. I got kind of, you know, I was trying to rebuild again. And I just felt like, let me fight for the guys that can't talk for themselves. But I don't do that no more. But nah, I mean, never on. Now no beef. Now no. Yeah. No, none of that shit. Nah. But you will get some type of reality show that I'm doing.
Now, when you think about public opinion and being out there and having to deal with that, though,
I don't care about that.
But break that down to young man coming into the game, though, how to be able to deal with that. Because you know what, Block, you know I'm over there teaching at Clark at the same time, too. And I'm talking to my students, and you know what they tell me? They said, man, there's too many trolls out here, Professor B-High. I'm scared to put my content out there because of what folks going to say about me. It might make me feel bad about myself.
Nah, you got to believe in yourself, number one.
Yeah.
You know, Jesus came to save the world, and they hung his ass on the cross.
Come on.
They say.
Come on.
You know, so you know what they gonna do. What they gonna do with you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if that's what it is, man, you can't worry about what they say. You know, you gotta believe in yourself. You know. I'll just ask the question. You gotta believe in yourself.
What is it that drives you though, Block, that makes you go? Even when you tired, because you done been on a long ass journey, Block. So has there ever been any stumbling blocks to where you were like, you know what, I done failed, bust my head, and I don't know if I'm gonna get up from this one.
Well, once again, my faith. You know what I'm saying, and then it's like, can I help build another generation of my family? I do it for them. Yeah. You know, I've been blessed a long time to be able to own homes and property and. You know what I'm saying? And kids and grandkids be able to eat the way they want to. Yeah. So I've been blessed with that. So what motivates me is being able to take care of my family. Yeah. You know, that's what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Regardless.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Being a Muslim teach you that you gotta take care of your family.
How is your ear though with this new music though, Block? Because see, Jody and Jeezy, it's kind of easy to see that they was in that thing jamming. Jamming thing, it's easy to see that show enough was jamming. But the young new music out here, it ain't the same as we grew up to, Block. So I mean, how are you understanding what you hearing out here and able to pick those jams?
Now I get all it from a different angle.
Okay.
Like at first, I was a tone person first. I used to listen to how you talk and how you speak. You know what I'm saying? It was more of a tone. Yeah. Now I just look at it because now it's a vibe to me. Okay. It's a vibe I listen to. I can't understand, I mumble talk too, but some of these niggas, I can't understand. I'm like, what do you say? I'm like, shit. So, so it's more of a vibe. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I look for. Then after that, I look for a team. Okay. I've been going to these buildings, right? Yeah. One love to Monty, one love to J. Irv, and Human Resource, one love to Naeem, one love to Sammy and Craig at Atlantic. Mm-hmm. Those are my partners. One love to Omar. Yeah. Those are my partners. Mm-hmm. And when I go in these buildings, they be like, Block, why are you still trying to develop the artists? Mm. It's like a car. I don't know what I got. Yeah. Old school. I want to build that motherfucker. Exactly. I'm not chasing nobody because you a fucking person that got a whole bunch of followers. And nah, that's not me. That's right. I still want to develop my artists, and I still want to take them from none to something. You know what I mean? And now, it'd be a blessing if I could find somebody that don't need me, but just need my system. Mm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Cause that's what works now. A system work. You know what I mean? So, but labels, they're not in the development at all.
Yeah.
You can that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like one of my boys at Alamo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just left them. They ready to put some work in.
Okay.
Everybody I name you know what I'm saying? Like they ready for some new artists. They want to sign everybody. Like they partner with me. I probably got more deals than, I mean, it's non-exclusive. Cause when I did a deal with Puff, it was exclusive.
Yeah.
Like a lot of artists, a lot of y'all guys, you got to be careful how you sign these exclusive deals because now they know how to play you.
Yeah.
If they know you can't go nowhere else, then they know, okay, I give you $1 million for this or I give you this for this. But now it's non-exclusive. I'm never doing a non-exclusive deal ever again.
So now, what was the difficulty behind that exclusive deal?
Well, guys, think about it. If I sign Beehive to an artist deal, then I go sign Champagne to an artist deal.
Yeah.
Okay, they already know. I can't take it nowhere else, so now I can't negotiate over here at Atlantic. And I can negotiate over here at Sony.
Yeah.
And they said, no, you can't take it nowhere else.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
So if they offer me, it's like NIL deals in football. I mean, in college now. You know what I'm saying? You give me the right amount of money.
Yeah.
Soon the motherfucker portal's on, I'm in there.
Exactly.
And that's how I am right now.
Come on.
If y'all ain't talking about it,
now, are the labels still throwing around that money like they used to throw it around? How are those numbers looking nowadays?
Honestly, bro, they throwing away more money.
What?
They throwing away more money.
Can you give me some ballpark figures, man?
Man, I just seen somebody get $3 million just jump on the single stage with it. $3 million. Shit, look at your boy, the baller boy. He got about $6 million for that. Shit.
Yeah.
That was sweet, but he believed in himself. He put it out.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you, that's where, hey, dog, this shit start believing in yourself.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta believe in yourself and they have the right team.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They run that motherfucker up.
When you think about this new wave in Atlanta, though, man, what is it that you want to hear and what is it that you want to see coming out of this city, man?
I just want to be like, it's kind of hard to say rep the city because so many implants in the city now. It's like culturally, like what's the culture of Atlanta now?
Yeah.
Like back in the 90s, we still with the freak niggas. That was the culture. That was that was still, you know what I'm saying? Your mama and them still remember, you know? Like the culture, like what's the culture of Atlanta now?
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you, what is the culture of Atlanta? Because you still interviewing about it.
Man.
You know what I mean? Can you?
Exactly. You know, like one thing that I do like is because I remember back in the day, me and Scream was having this conversation. And Spitty over there at Dirty Glove, we were like, we want to bring media down here to Atlanta. We wanted to see media folks doing podcasts, and we wanted Atlanta to be the stop for folks to have to come in here and talk to people. We did pull that off, so I do feel like we got a good media hub going on down here now. As far as the music and the nightlife is concerned, these folks ain't having no fun. They ain't having the fun and the dancing is gone. See, folks don't realize that we had trapping and everything, that's been going on for years. That's gonna happen. But at the root of it all was that dance.
The party.
The party.
Right.
You had to have a dance. There had to be a dance that we could all do to go to the club. We gonna all do this dance together. We gonna stomp that shit together. We gonna lean with it, rock with it together. We gonna bank head bounce together. We gonna rag top together. We gonna yeet together. We gonna do all of this stuff together in the club, and that was the reason why we went to the club, so we could do that shit together. That's gone. And we got to figure out how to bring that back. The party, that's the root cause of this city being off the damn chain. And then it got so gangster to where these young men don't know how to enjoy themselves no more because they killing each other every 5 minutes. So we got into a little dark space to where they turned into a drill scene, and it was getting dangerous out here for everybody. But I'm hoping, you see what I'm saying? I'm hoping that they realize that, hey man, somebody's gonna have to make a compromise. And somebody's gonna have to stop and say, hey man, let's crank the party up and relax.
I'm doing it, baby. Block by block. Atlanta Talent Unlocked is coming. It's coming this summer, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Block, was you ever part of them dance crews back in the day? Okay, now I'm just making sure you ain't, cause see, you know these OG Atlanta niggas, they got dance moves that they like to hide from folks.
Now leave that to the brother with the funny haircuts, man.
It wasn't no yeeking going on with Block out here.
Man.
You didn't at least give us a bankhead bounce.
Never.
Oh, Block, so you was standing in the club bad as hell. You was that nigga.
Hey man, so I'll post it. I was supposed to try to catch some. I'm thinking about it, boy.
Come on, man.
Hey, dog, ask Sharon. You see Sharon still alive?
Yeah.
Okay, then ask Sharon.
Come on.
She I was, boy.
So
I'm posted.
Answer me this, though, too, Block, because, see, moving around with them labels back in the day and doing your thing, how was that for you being a boss and getting your point across in those offices back then? Because, see, I heard that you weren't taking no shit, Block.
Never. You know what? This is what I did, right? Once again, remember, I saw how they did Suge, and I was okay. I can't play myself like that. They were blocking. They were setting up roadblocks for Suge everywhere he went. So I went and got Rico Brooks.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I need somebody that can go in there and talk for me.
Yeah.
And look like them, dress like them, well-educated brother.
Yeah.
You know,
he ran. Rico,
yeah, you know, he ran, you know, like he was already running the biggest permit store in the South.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, had a relationship throughout the city.
Yeah.
You know, so I was like, I'm going to team up and partner up with Rico.
Yeah.
He could talk to them. And then when the deal over, it's okay, he go my partner. we locked it over then. So then that worked. But one thing I can say, regardless, if you're doing the right thing and you got a hit record, they will compromise.
Okay.
And that's how, man, a hit record change anything, dog.
Break that down, man. What does a hit record do? Because, see, that's another thing, too. I don't think these young folks understand that you need to just make a hit too, now.
Man, you make one hit record, man, people eat out one hit record all their lives, man.
What is the money, what kind of money comes with a hit record,
I mean, you got to think, I don't have plenty of hit records.
My God.
I mean, you know, you get paid depending on how your deal's set up. Through the publish, you get paid 2-3 times a year, man. And man, that money come nothing under less than $500,000 every 6 months. And that's just for one. And you get a hit record. I mean, you got to think, look at Bob Marley, look at all these Smokey Robinson, look at all these writers. Man, the publish is the key. So you write your own music, or you even get somebody to write your shit and you negotiate a term with them for the publishing, you better eat forever. It's just a lot of people like them boys.
Yeah.
The boys come in and check out your publisher.
Yeah.
And now they send their kids on the vacation every fucking year off your money and off your sweat. And I'm not going for that.
Nah, I feel that.
You know what I'm saying?
You're damn right.
And I'm not going for that.
Come on.
But once again, like I say, you have to be fair. Sometimes you don't get what you want in the bed and you gotta flip a coin or whatever.
Okay.
But at least you gotta play it fair.
And how was it when you was trying to get people to play it fair when they weren't necessarily trying to go that route with you, though, Block?
Now looking back, they just don't understand the business.
Okay.
When I look back at, you know what I'm saying, really handling business and miscommunication, misunderstanding, 'cause I didn't have that problem.
Yeah.
You know, it made, because, you know, I never wanted to sign people that and take advantage of them.
Yeah.
Because once again, I was on the sideline and I saw where it took you.
Yeah.
And I saw how it just broke down empires.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And once again, you got to have a religion, you got to have faith that teach you better.
Come on.
And have substance with yourself. You can't be greedy.
Yeah.
You got to be patient. You know what I'm saying? Can't be selfish. That's how I've been around all these years successfully and blessed. You got to play fair.
When you see Kanye going off like he going off now, man.
I think that's game, my nigga.
Talk to me.
Me personally, you know, I know I think, you know, one thing about life is this business, once they stop talking about you, it's over.
Yeah.
Kanye gonna make sure they say something when he riding the light. I think that's a hustle.
Okay, I feel that. I
you know
feel
what I'm saying?
Now, what about?
Ain't that crazy about that, man?
Exactly. What about Kendrick and Drake? That whole beef when that one happened. I mean, how did you feel like that?
Well,
talk to me.
Well, you know, Top. That's my first cousin. So
okay.
You know what I'm saying? You know, what's up the Top?
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? The whole TDE.
Okay, then.
You know, I'm part of that too.
Yeah.
But nah, man, I loved it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like. You know what I'm saying? Two niggas getting, you know, like two niggas go in the backyard, just, hey man, give us 3 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the best man will come out.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know.
What was it like seeing your cousin get that label off the ground, man? And did you get a chance to work with him from the early stages
absolutely,
of that? Talk to me about that whole situation, Block.
You know, like, you know, matter of fact, I think I did if you go back to DJ Scream, I did DJ Scream. It was a car show. It was, oh man, I did a car show mixtape. Then I put all his artists on there. Matter of fact, Kendrick got a song there. If you go, it's called College Girl.
Yeah.
College Girl. That was 2010.
My God.
Yeah, back then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like I put them, like in the South, I said, man, listen, if you're in the South, you gotta break in California. California, you gotta break in the South.
Yeah.
So we just, switch it out. Yeah, but if you go get that, oh man, it's a DJ Screen Block ENT. It's a car show.
Okay.
That's when I did Bankroll Fresh single, the Chevrolet song.
My God. Yeah. Did you think that Top Dog was gonna get as big as they did? And how does that?
I wish for it.
Okay.
Damn right I wish for it, man. Shit, I hope B.I. be big as this shit out there. You know what I'm saying? I wish for it. Damn right. Dog, I mean, he wasn't gonna stop, and I know him, so he wasn't gonna stop.
So what do you think that is, though, in different crews, different artists, including yourself, that allows y'all to reach those apexes, the top of the top and stuff like that?
Man, I think it's in you. It ain't on you, it's in you. It's in you. Just in you. Some people give up too quick.
Come on now.
I ain't one of the ones. I'm one, boy, we gonna get it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We gonna get it. So,
come on.
I mean, it's in you. Like, what you gonna do without it?
Exactly.
You know?
Nah,
I saw your grind. You ain't gave up with that.
Hell no. Hell no. I want every dime. I want the dimes that they owe me. I need the dimes in the future, and I need my money now. Hell no. You see what I'm saying?
I see it, man. So, that's it, man. You gotta put God first and never give up, man.
Exactly.
Never stop swinging.
Okay, so answer me this though, Block. Can you give me your 5 favorite OG songs that you just love and that you'll put on repeat on the sunny day in the A?
In Atlanta?
Yeah.
Atlanta artists?
It ain't got to be Atlanta artists. It's across the board.
Ice Cube, my favorite rapper.
Okay.
Anything from Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Shit. Rick Ross is one of my favorite artists too.
Yes, sir.
I like Stay Fresh from Jody.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I like Stay Fresh from Jody. I like Big Gee.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all my shit.
I don't blame you, nigga. I don't blame you.
You know what I'm saying? But I like some T.I. shit.
Yeah.
I like Trick Daddy shit.
Yeah. Now, I mean, you got Champagne in the office as well, man. I mean, is he helping you rebuild this block by block movement?
Well, once again, like, I'm not only helping artists, I'm helping executives, I'm helping brothers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? One thing about this little nigga, man, he gonna do it with or without me.
Come on now, those are the best ones.
This is what I love.
Those are the best ones.
He gonna do it with or without me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, So I saw his grind, because I don't jump on, ain't enough money to bring me on.
Yeah.
And I saw it, man. You know what I'm saying? He different. You know what I'm saying? He from, he one of them Ohio players.
Yeah.
I love my boy Ken Lowe, player University.
That's right.
And he dope, man. He got a different style.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a piece of the puzzle.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? So we got him in the building. What's up, Champagne?
Go ahead, get it up. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I'm Champagne 937, the Big Jet, the King of the North, the Dayton Dragon.
All right, now, Champagne linking up with Block. First of all, how did you find Block? And did you understand who the man was when you met him and the power that he wielded around this world?
Well, from the beginning, I would say he found me. What? But just in the connection, I think with the mutual people that we know.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware, but I think that first impressions are everything.
Exactly.
And in that initial meeting, I was able to. I got a full understanding of who I was dealing with, and that. He wouldn't even be here if it wasn't something that he saw. So.
Exactly. When it comes to your music, though, Champagne, what you bringing to the game, man? What's this style? What's the swag behind it? What are the vibes?
I would say a lot of what you guys was talking about partying. I would say commercial club music.
Yeah.
At the same time, everything that we do is about having a good time. That's what Jetway is. Just enjoy the way.
Okay, that's hard.
It's the greatest party in the sky.
Okay, then.
Where legends land and dreams take flight. It's Jetway.
How long have you been down with the music, though, Champ?
I would have been doing music 3 years May.
Yeah.
4 years May.
Now, when it comes to your music, what is it that you want your fans to get from what you saying, man? What are the messages that you put it in there? What you want them to take away from that music when they pop it in there?
I think that I found success being myself.
Yeah.
Telling my story and being someone who didn't do music my whole life. I played ball before I played football in college.
Yeah.
Before doing music, so being a consumer first kind of really helped me out a lot. I make the music that we want to party to, the music we want to hear when we go outside, the music I want to hear. Kind of what y'all was saying when you were like, "Yo, when we go to the club, we want the bankhead bounce." Being somebody who didn't do music forever, I want to. If we go out, I want to make the song that when I'm riding to the club with the girls.
Yeah.
When we get into the club that you gonna hear, and the song you gonna cut on when you get shorty up out of the club.
Exactly.
So that's the mindset I would say now when I'm going into the studio.
Working with Block though, man, what kind of information and game has he laid on you to help you progress in your career, man?
In the short time, I think first off, hits make the money. I would start with that. Hits make the money. Also, just staying in it. The one thing I could just say, without having a lot of conversation and just observing, I can understand that if you want longevity in this, it's about grinding, it's about resilience, it's about not really giving a fuck about what nobody got to say.
That's right.
And making sure you just show up every day as your authentic self. I think that if you pretend around Block, he gonna know.
Oh, no, he gonna smell it out.
And I think also it's a blessing to even be able to hear some of these stories that he was telling me now, because I wasn't aware of all of this stuff. But to know that there's somebody with this type of tutelage who's seen it from every aspect, I think it just brings it gives me a different level of confidence, honestly, when I walk into a room, because it's also like when I was making music before, we were making music that we liked and what we understood. Now it's like I can bounce something towards somebody and say, what do you think about this? And, have a credible opinion.
No,
so I think that's what he brings. He brings a credible opinion to what I have going on.
Exactly. Block, let me get you back in here, man. What is it like having to reintroduce yourself to this new generation? See, I know. I've seen the East Side Chevy Rider in his prime. I'm like, who the hell is this nigga? Boom, cranking shit up every 5 minutes. So what is that like having to explain to these young guys what the movement is?
I was in the store one day, right?
Yeah.
It's about 11 o'clock at night. I went to the grocery store. I was like, I need some milk, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not the real milk, y'all.
Yeah.
But I need some milk. You know what I'm saying? And I was in line with some white girls, and they were like, "Hey, what do you do?" I think they thought I played football. I said, "Nah, I'm in the music business." And so I was trying to explain to them who I was, and I said the song. I said, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
And then it was like, I said, "You heard of this person?" No. When I said Tupac name, and they was like, "Nah, who is that?"
Oh, hell no.
I was like. I said that story to say, like, you really gotta reinvent yourself.
You gotta stay out there. Yeah.
You gotta reinvent yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I did a whole campaign, do you know who the fuck I am? But I was like, I live by the code, either I care or I don't know.
Yeah.
So by understanding that, I was like, I don't fit on energy on that. I'm gonna stick with my block by block campaign.
Exactly.
If you didn't know who the fuck I was, I'm about to show you.
Exactly.
Enjoy the ride, baby.
I mean, what was your favorite part of the ride, though, Block?
Honestly, man, taking niggas from the hood and taking niggas I see handing in them like Joe the Breeze and breaking them.
Okay.
And I think Jody got really Jody. Have you noticed Jody never put out an album? He put out mixtapes.
Yeah.
But he didn't really put out an album, and I got to put out an album on him.
And see, Jody has a cult following too.
No, let me
that man fans ain't left his side.
It ain't over.
No.
It ain't over.
No.
So y'all be ready for a new Joe the Breeze. Real
right
deal.
now.
Real deal. I got some big hitters on with me.
Are you serious?
Absolutely.
See now, Jody been trying to keep it zipped around me.
Nah,
he been keeping it zipped around me.
Nah.
Yeah, now I'm about to call Jody tonight. Yeah, we're gonna have that conversation.
Yeah, going down. Young Jock going down.
Come on, man.
But that's what I like, man. I like to, develop new artists. I like to, really see their shit come true. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because some of these artists, they just lay the play. What I mean by that is they play their parts and they get where they think they don't need you.
Yeah.
And then just like a fucking boy, just like the astronaut. I mean, you know you go in orbit, right?
Yeah.
You see that shit be having a whole bunch of shit. As you get up high, shit start falling off. Now you be in space by yourself.
Come on, get the hell on.
You know what I'm saying? Get the hell on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so, hopefully, man, nowadays, man, you just gotta build. You know what I'm saying? And I want to start being partners with my artists. Yeah. Not just sign with them. I want to be a partner with them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This go around, we're gonna do a lot of partnerships.
Come on, man.
50-50.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You got to sign. I mean, you get your own label, feed your family. We do it this way.
Exactly.
We're going to see how that generation of wealth work. You know
I can dig
wealth
that.
among nations.
Yeah, I can dig that. Now, lastly, Block, what is it that you need your fans and your people to know, though, man?
Man, we good over here, baby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We good over here, man. Health is wealth.
That's right.
Most definitely that, man. Like I said, man, I talked to Scooter 1 hour before that happened. Enjoy your fucking self.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Block by block coming to the ATL this summer.
Yeah.
Call Patchwork to see what date. You know what I'm saying? Email me. We're going to be around. Once again, if you're looking for consultation, partnerships, we here, man.
Exactly.
The fair way.
Come on now.
We're going to do it the fair way. Now, you may not get you all the time, but we're going to flip a coin for it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm saying the fair way. But I guarantee you, though, we're going to get that paper.
Y'all heard the man. Get down with the movement. We have radio shouting. Big Block Champagne.
Yeah. Block by block.
We go. Got you.